Class 6. In the previous class we were learning noun phrases. Is it not? Do you remember what is noun phrase? A noun phrase is a group of words that act as either the subject or the object of a verb, a preposition in a sentence. Noun phrase act as either the subject or the object of a verb or a preposition in a sentence. Okay, then we have seen certain examples of noun phrases. Raya's cat yawns all morning. Raya's cat is the subject in the sentence. Okay, you have to underline the noun phrases and state their function. Okay. Mother decorated the cake with a couple of glistering red cherries. The cake with a couple of glistering red cherries is the object. Is it not? It describes the actions of the subject. Mother decorate the cake. Who decorate the cake? Mother decorate the cake with a couple of glistering red cherries. So the cake with a couple of glistering red cherries is the object of the sentence. I have a tiny colorful round ball that I like to look at. I have a tiny colorful round ball that I like to look at. A tiny colorful round ball is the object. For the small brown dog ran after a butterfly. The small brown dog is the subject. Help the frail old lady cross the road. Help the frail old lady is the subject of the sentence. Underline the noun phrases and state their functions. Second one, mother decorate the cake with a couple of glittering red cherries. Which is the noun phrase in this sentence? The cake with a couple of glittering red cherries. It acts as the object of the sentence. Third one, I have a tiny colorful round ball that I like to look at. Here, a tiny colorful round ball is the noun phrase. It acts as the object of the sentence. Fourth one, the small brown dog ran after a butterfly. Here, You can see the small brown dog act as the noun phrase in the sentence. It is the subject of the sentence. Okay? The small brown dog is the subject of the sentence. It acts as subject of the sentence. Also, it is the noun phrase of the sentence. Next, fifth one. Help the frail old lady cross the road. See, the subject here is the frail old lady. It acts as the noun phrase in the sentence. The frail old lady. This is the noun phrase in the sentence, act as the subject of the sentence. Okay, students, let us go ahead. Up the ladder. Next. Have you not completed this exercise? Change the imperative sentence into interrogative sentence. What is called imperative sentence? And how we can recognize interrogative sentence? Interrogative sentence always make questions. Then what about imperative sentence? What is imperative sentence? To ask a request or make a command. Is it not? Here there are 8 sentences for you to change from imperative into interrogative. Is it not? Okay, students, please take a screenshot of this page. Page number 4, exercise number E. Underline the noun phrase and state their function. One has been done for you. Okay, now we are going to complete the exercise part. Lesson is almost over. Okay, if you have doubt, you have to ask. First one, they asked cat and all morning. Okay, Raya's cat is the subject. It was done in the text by the text maker itself. Second one, mother decorated the cake with a couple of glistening red cherries. See, the noun phrase here is the cake with a couple of glistening red cherries. It acts as the object of the sentence. What does mother make? How does she decorate the cake? Third, I have a tiny colorful round ball that I like to look at. A tiny colorful round ball is the noun phrase of this sentence and it acts as the object of the sentence. Then which is the subject? I. Who have a tiny colorful round ball? I have. Fourth one, the small brown dog ran after a butterfly. Which is the noun phrase? The small brown dog is the noun phrase of the sentence. It acts as the subject of the sentence. Alright. Fifth one, help the frail old lady cross the road. The frail old lady is the noun phrase of the sentence and it acts as the subject in the sentence. Okay, it is written here, subject. This is the noun phrase. It acts as the subject in the sentence. See, help the frail old lady. To whom should we help? Or to whom should one help? One should help the frail old lady. So the frail old lady acts as the noun phrase and it is the subject in the sentence. Okay. Next, up the ladder. You have changed these imperative sentences into interrogative sentence. Okay. Imperative sentence make a request or command. Then what about interrogative sentence? It make a questions. And also it ends with a question mark. Interrogative sentence end with a question mark. First one, please close the door behind you when you leave. Okay. What is the formalities to make interrogative sentence from imperative sentence? What is the formalities of changing imperative sentence into interrogative sentence? First you should know what is imperative sentence and interrogative sentence. Imperative sentence always make a request or command. Okay, that sentence end with a full stop. But interrogative sentence always make questions and it end with a question mark. Okay. Then you should know an interrogative form is a milder or more polite form of the imperative. An interrogative form is a milder or more polite form of the imperative. However, the addition of or not add a touch of threat to the command. Addition of or not. So an example for a imperative sentence, stop talking. Stop talking is an example for a imperative sentence. This sentence can be changed into an interrogative which is milder and hence more polite. So interrogative form is, will you stop talking? Will you stop talking? We can make it even more polite by adding please. Will you please stop talking? Will you please stop talking? Is more polite version of the sentence of will you stop talking? Okay. An interrogative form is a milder or more polite form of the imperative. Here the first one is, please close the door behind you when you leave. Okay. Sentence is in a imperative form. You have to change it into interrogative form of the sentence as, will you please close the door behind you when you leave? Will you please close the door behind you when you leave? Will you please close the door? So after will you please you can put a comma. Will you please, comma, close the door behind, comma, behind you, comma, when you leave, question mark. Next one, kindly pass the pen to me. Which form of the sentence? This is an imperative form of the sentence. Okay, you have to make it into interrogative. Okay, how it will be? See, it has ordered. Could you pass the pen to me? Then it should end with a question mark. Third one. Describe the room where it happened. Okay, it is full stop. Okay, the interrogative form of the sentence is, would you please to describe the room, comma, where it happened? Question mark. Would you please to describe the room where it happened? Fourth one, read this letter at once and do the needful. Interrogative, imperative. You have to make it into interrogative. As, will you please to read this letter at once and do the needful? Question mark. Okay. Will you please to read this letter at once and do the needful? Question mark. Fifth one. Please don't be rude to your teachers. Imperative. You have to make it into interrogative. As, would you please do not be rude to your teachers. This please is not necessary here. Okay, it became more polite. Would you do not be rude to your teachers. You can write it such a way also. Would you please do not be rude to your teachers? Question mark. Okay, the sixth one, please remember to pick up the dry cleansed clothes. The interrogative form of the sentence is, would you please to remember to pick up the dry cleansed clothes. Question mark is must, because it is interrogative sentence. Okay, the seventh one, make sure to feed the stray dog twice a day. How you change that sentence into interrogative or a question sentence? Question sentence asks, will you make sure to feed the stray dog twice a day? Question mark. Eighth, will tell Harry to get his books and come to the class quickly. This sentence you have to change into interrogative. As, will you tell Harry to get his books and come to the class quickly? Then question mark. Okay, G. Question number G. Rewrite the following declarative sentence as a exclamatory sentence. Okay, what is a declarative sentence and what is a exclamatory sentence? Can you not say? Okay, then what is the formalities of changing declarative sentence into exclamatory sentence? A declarative sentence merely make a statement. Is it not? You can change it into an exclamatory sentence using a structure with what or how. Use what, a or an before an adjective plus noun. Use how before an adjective without a noun. This is the formality of changing declarative sentence as a exclamatory sentence. Okay, the questions are here. Rewrite the following declarative sentence as a exclamatory sentence. First one, the flower pot is too heavy. Declarative statement. So you have to make it into exclamatory sentence. How heavy the flower pot is, and the sentence will end with an exclamation mark. Then 2, it is calming to watch the sunrise. So how this declarative sentence may change into exclamatory sentence? How calming it is to watch the sunrise, and then exclamation mark. Next, I wish we could visit Paris for the holidays. Okay, declarative sentence. Make it a exclamatory sentence. Oh, we could visit Paris for the holidays. Full stop. See, here exclamation mark come after the first word. After the exclamatory word. Okay. Then 4th, it was an engaging show. It can be written as what an engaging show it was, and then comes the exclamation mark. 5th one, Danny looked very funny when he makes faces. It has changed into how funny Danny looks when he makes faces, and then comes the exclamation mark. 6th, John Donne was a great poet. John Donne, who was he? John Donne was a great poet. So how you can make that sentence into exclamatory sentence? See, what a great poet John Donne was. Then come the exclamation mark. Students, please go through this H exercise work, and then exercise work first. Okay, take a screenshot of this page, and exercise then J K L. Go through this exercise part and read and understand, and do the exercise work, and come with a preparation for the next class. Okay, this is your homework. Your first semester exam is going to take place within a short period of time. You should be thorough with the first and second lesson from English language. 2 is clauses. Okay, in the next lesson you will read and study about clauses. Okay, please go through this exercise and be thorough with it. If you have any doubt, you can ask to me in WhatsApp. Okay students, this is your homework for tomorrow. Listen here. First one, learn what is a sentence. 2, what are the type of sentence. 3, how to change affirmative sentence into negative sentence. Fourth, what is called a phrase? Fifth question, what are the kinds of phrases? Sixth, read and answer the exercise of HIJKL for the next class. Okay. The sixth one, for the question of sixth one, you have to read and try to answer the questions of those from HIJKL and come with the preparation. We will do that one in the class in the next section. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.